Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to talk the news of Halo Infinite being free to play. Might be a little bit of a yikes to some people just with the perception of Halo in general, but I understand where Microsoft is coming from with this announcement, and I'll explain why. Am I completely sold on it? Absolutely not. But we'll take a look at that. Also, Phil Spencer put out a pretty interesting tweet. I don't think interesting is really the right word. I think it's actually more of a wholesome tweet when he recalled of a tweet that he posted a year ago regarding Microsoft and their, bigger emphasis on PC gaming, which everybody thought, a year or two ago that was a gigantic meme just because Microsoft said that a couple of times. Well, now you look at it in 2020 and it's not so much of a meme anymore. We'll talk that in a little bit, but first of all, Halo on Twitter. Halo is for everyone. We can confirm Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free to play and will support 120 FPS on Xbox Series X. More details will be shared later. So obviously Halo Infinite is coming out on PC as well. I imagine the Infinite multiplayer will be free to play on PC as well. And this is pretty interesting. Now, I understand there's going to be a lot of skepticism right away just because of the reception and perception of free-to-play games. Free-to-play generally has just this stinky odor to it more often than not, and especially with a game that was formerly pay-to-play going free-to-play, people might be thinking, okay, this is going to be a gimmick, this is going to have a ton of microtransactions, this is going to have a ton of loot boxes, things like that. I'm sure they're going to figure out a way to monetize Halo Infinite. I don't know how that monetization is going to come across. Obviously, I think for games like this, the best way to monetize them is with things like cosmetics. League of Legends makes a ton of money, and the majority of the stuff that people buy are like skins and things like that. I know you can buy the champions themselves, but you can grind and get the champions, and there's stuff like rune pages that people buy, and I know all of that. But for the most part, a lot of that game is unlockable just by playing a ton of that game, and people ultimately still drop hundreds of dollars to get the master skins or whatever they're called, like Lancer, Hecarim, and things like that. Not like I did something like that. Yeah, seriously, I didn't. I wouldn't spend that much money, but there are interesting ways you can go about to monetize the game to not make it super, super intrusive to gameplay, but I think a lot of people don't have hope for something like that just because of the idea of a pay-to-play game going free-to-play makes you think like, okay, this used to be pay-to-play, you're going free-to-play probably because you think you can make more money going free-to-play. Where are you going across with this? How are you going to make that money? And now people start rationalizing how are they going to make money. And yes, maybe they're going to do loot boxes. Maybe they're going to do a ton of weapons being buyable, and that'll enhance your, actual gameplay, which that I think is completely whack. However, step aside for a little bit and understand the fact that Halo Infinite, they're not even valuing this game highly in the first place. This game is just going to be on Game Pass. It's not like Halo Infinite is valued at a $59.99 premium price point. You might look at the store and yeah, you can buy Halo Infinite for $59.99 to get the physical version or to get the Steam version, but internally, Microsoft themselves are not valuing Halo Infinite at a $59.99 purchase. They're offering the game on the $10 a month Game Pass service, and everybody that's going to buy an Xbox, I guarantee you, or at least a 90%, at the bare minimum 90% are just going to ultimately buy Game Pass just because it's such a great value. Well, what is the harm in actually offering Infinite to everybody else as a free-to-play game? Maybe that will be something that people look at and, hey, I don't even have to sign up to Game Pass, I can just play the Halo Infinite multiplayer. That might be something they look at. So really, it's not like the value discrepancy between where Microsoft internally valued Halo Infinite and now multiplayer being free-to-play is that significant. So I can understand from that end where they want to get literally everybody playing it, everybody on PC playing it, everybody on consoles playing it, and then if you are an ardent Halo fan, if you were gonna buy Halo Infinite anyway, I feel like you're still gonna buy it on the basis that Game Pass is a thing, and, it's $5 a month on PC, it's $10 a month on consoles, you can gimp the system and get a lot of months really cheap, it goes on sale all the time, they're throwing promotions at you all the time. Really, are they losing out on anything by putting this game as a free-to-play? Now, ultimately, it's going to depend on how they do implement the microtransactions, and if the microtransactions are completely whack and they're going to go all in and they're going to make it gameplay-centric microtransactions, then yeah, that is a significant problem. But the jury is still out on that one, and I'm going to be cautiously optimistic, maybe a little bit skeptical just because I know how this story goes with free-to-play, but I do think there's a couple of variables here that do make it a little bit different than typically speaking. Okay, moving on from that, I actually want to take a look at a very, very wholesome tweet from Phil Spencer. That's what I guess I could call it. Okay, back in June 24th of 2019, Phil Spencer referenced an article saying from VentureBeat saying Microsoft may actually be committed to PC gaming at this time. Now, may actually is kind of like a negative spin on it because may actually, oh look, they've been wanting to go into PC gaming for so long, but have pretty much failed at every attempt. Well, back in June of 2019, Phil Spencer noted the, quote, may actually, end quote, is earned. We are committed and understand we have to prove it. Microsoft may actually be committed to PC gaming this time. Phil Spencer then quoted that tweet north of a year later, noting, I wanted to thank the community for the support on PC. We made statements like this a few times over the years and the skeptical responses were earned. More work to do, but the support we are seeing through Xbox Game Pass, PC, and Steam team right now is really great. Thanks. It's great to see because Microsoft pouring a more emphasis on their first-party division while at the same time bringing those games to PC. Look, for the PC consumer, it is now just a new avenue of games for you to play. No matter if you want to go the Game Pass route, no matter if you want to go the Steam route, you have the option, you have the decision to make where you want to play this game. Look, Microsoft could have acquired a studio like Obsidian. They could have funded the development of a game like Avowed and made it an Xbox exclusive. But now you as a PC consumer, you can just spend your $60 to get Avowed on Steam. You could wait for it to go on a sale and get it even cheaper and buy it on Steam. Or you could buy it, or play it, I should say, through Xbox Game Pass. The option that you are being offered right now is so crazy, and that's why I think it's so amazing to be a PC consumer right now. Not only are you getting PlayStation exclusives like Death Stranding and Horizon, and a couple of other games here and there. You got a Nintendo Switch exclusive like Octopath Traveler, Daemon X Machina, but now literally every Microsoft Xbox exclusive is going to be on PC as well. If you are of the mindset that there are not enough good games coming out on PC, that there are not good games on PC anymore, that you own every game on PC, well, I feel like that narrative is going to shift very, very quickly. Look, this fall, you're talking about the release of Halo Infinite. I imagine that Microsoft is going to put out a couple of other games alongside that. You've got games like Stalker 2 coming out. Horizon is coming out next month. Daemon X Machina just came out. Octopath Traveler came out last year. And you're talking about Avowed next year. You're talking about Forza Motorsport. Actually, it's a reboot, so it's just called Forza Motorsport. You're talking about Fable. What about when Fable comes back by Playground Games? That's going to be an amazing game to check out alongside your Cyberpunk 2077, your Marvel Avengers, your Call of Duties, whatever that decides to be this year. There is just going to be a ton of options this year on PC. Best of all, you've got subscription services like Game Pass that's going to make playing those games relatively cheap, or if you do have the finances to buy them on Steam, you can do that as well. The options have never been more in-depth on PC, and I find that fantastic, and the game options, there are quite a ton of great ones, at least from my end. I look at all these games. I look at, Cyberpunk 2077. I'm looking forward to that. Horizon, to play that at 60 FPS, super excited for that. PlayStation and Sony might be bringing more games to PC. I think it makes all the sense in the world to bring some of their legacy games to PC and create another revenue stream for them. Persona 4 Golden just came out on PC. Maybe P5 is going to come out at some point as well. There's going to be a lot of great stuff coming to PC, and it's a really exciting time to be a PC consumer, especially hopefully we get these graphics cards, god damn it, in soon, that so you guys can upgrade and have even better visuals, frame rates, and things of that nature in the near future. But that's going to be it for this video. Definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on Halo Infinite being a free-to-play title. I know a lot of people are negative on it. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic while remaining a healthy level of skepticism. I really do want the game to be good. Wasn't completely blown away by the gameplay demo. I think there's aspects of it that look good, but we'll see how it ultimately does turn out. And as far as Microsoft on Xbox and PC, I think they're doing a good job. They still got work to do, but, hopefully games like Avowed, hopefully games like the Fable title by Playground, hopefully titles like, Forza Motorsport, Avowed, all those games turn out well. So that's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.